Your day, but I appreciate you so much coming today. It's awesome to be not to have everybody next time. So I'm so thankful you're here. It's going to be a really good meeting. So make sure if you haven't, we have a sign-in sheet. We can even pass it around if you don't mind signing in that you're here. And then please help yourself to lunch. If not, when you go out the door, we'll like send you with a sandwich or something. So you don't have to have it all here. Please help yourself to lunch. So we have a business where succeeded with the Duchesne County or the Chamber of Commerce and Association with Duchesne County. So I will do have a new director of our chamber, Ashley Cooland. So I'm going to have her come up and talk about some of the changes and great things with the chamber. And then we'll get on and a bit more. So we'll start with Ashley.
Okay, so yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley Cooland, and I get started with the chamber December 2nd, so I'm very new to this position. But prior to this, I've been working with women-owned businesses across the state for about 4 years. I was with WBC Utah. If any of you have heard of the Women's Business Center in Utah, that's what I was with prior to. But I'm excited to be here. I've lived in Roosevelt for about 12, almost 13 years now. So this is my home. This is where I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. Some of the big things that when I started in this position was working on memberships, but making it so you were getting something out of it. So if you're not a chamber member and you would like to talk about it, I would love to speak with you because that's something we're really working on, is promoting businesses throughout the county, helping you out, finding funding, collaborating with other organizations, getting you the business advising that's free. There's just so many resources out there that I will be able to bring to Duchesne County and your businesses specifically. And then the one big thing we have going on right now, applications are actually open, as we are having the Pitch for Success competition. And I'm sure a lot more of you know what that is because I had a couple guys come to me and say, so I'm like pitching a baseball, right? No, you're actually, so it's just your 3-minute business pitch, and it is free to join. Like, I mean, you're gonna obviously you become a member of the chamber, but becoming part of this Pitch for Success competition, we are paying out the top 10, and we are giving away $20,000. So first place 5,000, all the way down to 10th place getting 1,000, and it's a 3-minute business pitch talking about what you love. So it's not going to be some off the wall questions. It's your niche. It's if you were to win $5,000, what would you use it for? And I mean, it's an awesome opportunity. Something is part of our grant that we got, but something I want to continue. I'm getting outside organizations involved. So, and we have a couple right now. Like there's a health one. So if somebody like yours was a health pitch, it's an extra $500 on top of that. So you could potentially win more than that. And Strata just put in theirs, the top 3 places are getting free internet for a year, 6 months, and 3 months. So there are so many awesome things as part of that. And like we said, applications are open right now, but they do close the 31st, and then it says drop dead 30 on the 31st at 11:59 p.m. We have to close it. So if you're interested, come see me. It is on our website, or we do have a couple applications up here. And if you're interested in becoming part of the chamber, the Pitch for Success is just one of the many things that I'm working on with Karina and the board of what we can do to help promote businesses out here. So that's my stuff. And like I said, food, clean, eat, go grab it at any time. And then we are recording this. So if it's something afterwards that you're like you who attended want the video, we can get that to you as well.
So we will go right into today we have so she is fantastic. If you follow her, she actually personally helps with our business with engines, but does an amazing job. Has a great eye. Talk about branding, getting the word out there, a lot of things that I am not good at. So I'm thankful for it. So I'm so excited to hear what she has to tell us about today. Okay, so holy crap, there is a ton of people here. I only printed 20 of these, so If you don't get one, I will, email you one. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess, okay. Looks like it's the same. Right, so for everybody to thank Abby and the tutor for hosting these events. I know what it takes to put on events. And the hardest part is getting people to show up. So clap for you guys all for joining us today and being part of this event. Yay. If you aren't doing this in your business, networking, you need to, because networking is huge and that's how you're gonna grow. You can't grow by yourself and you can't grow just by sitting in your office all alone. So get out there, find what other community things are going on, collaborate with people, because that's what's gonna help you grow your business. My name is Melinda. I grew up in Altamont, so I'm from Basin, and I'm the owner of Hit Social Marketing Agency, and we've been around for 3 years, and these are two of my amazing team members, Jessica and Cassie, and they help me to do what we do, right? They're awesome. Look at me, I'm shaking. Why are you guys making me nervous? Okay, I know who's in e-commerce business. If you don't know what that is, that means you sell something online.
Wow. Oh.
Okay, I'm trying to get a feel for like who you guys are and what I need to teach you today. Who offers like a service like to local people? Okay. Okay, and do any of you offer stuff like worldwide, like international? Okay, if you're e-commerce, you would. Most of the people. So, okay, by the raise of hands, who hates social media? Who hates posting to social media for their own business? Who feels like you're just barely kind of getting by? Like you kind of really don't know what you're doing, but you're just throwing stuff and hope it sticks to the wall. Okay. And then who feels like they are a seasoned social media content creator and they are amazing at it and they okay. Okay, so it was really hard to try to come up with content today because I didn't know who my audience was going to be. So we're just going to talk a little bit about a little bit of everything. And there's so much that goes into social media, like so much. And you can try and follow the trends, you can try to follow what's new, and guess what? It's always changing. So the biggest advice that I have for you is what works for me and my business is not going to look the same for Vengeance and their business. Right? Whatever works for Southern Jewel isn't going to work for Home Health, right? And the reason for that is because we all have different audiences. We all have different products and services that we sell, and it's not going to look the same. So when someone tells you you have to do it this way, X, Y, Z, you actually don't. What you need to figure out is what works for you and niche it down to what you offer and your clients in your business. Does that make sense? Let's see. Okay, so also, really quick, we're just talking about your brand. We do a cute little book. With information, you can take notes on this, whatever that. So you are your brand. How you show up on social media needs to be your brand, right? What is your mission? What are your vision? How do you talk to your customers? What colors are your brands, right? Like all of everything you do is your brand. When you're out and about at the grocery store, you are representing your brand. People are going to notice you. They're going to notice that, you know, like, oh, there's Tina, and they know what you do, right? So you're like a walking billboard of your brand. So just be aware that when you're out and about, you're representing your brand. And you may get a customer from it, right? It's networking. You're constantly networking, growing your clientele. So. Okay. So let's talk about branding, right? Who are you? What do you offer? And what problems do you solve? If you're not clear on those things, you need to get very, very clear on them, because when you post your content to social media, that is what you're gonna base your content around. If you guys have any questions at any time, just like holler. Yeah, we don't have to be like proper. Okay, so number 2, clarity, passion, and purpose. Like, what is your passion? Like, why are you a stylist? Right? Why are you a nail artist? Why do you have a school academy, or whatever you call it, if you don't? Is that, it should not listen. Is it an academy?
Learning center, academy, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so like, why are you passionate about that, right? So like, think of those things. Why are you passionate about energy or drum making? Okay, so what are your passions? And then get really clear on your brand vibes, right? How do you want people to feel when they see your content? You've got to touch them on an emotional level. So you really have to think about, how do you want someone to feel when they're seeing your content? So you got to know your audience and know how to approach them in situations and conversations that you'll have online. And then don't necessarily focus on like scarcity mode, but like longevity. So if you're posting this week and no one's commenting, no one's liking, like, don't get in scarcity mode. It's consistency that's going to keep people coming back. Do you have any questions yet?
Well, I think we found
I
that
was fixing
when they post it to social media, we've noticed that if you post later in the evening, people tend to see it more than we post it
in the morning.
in the morning.
Yes, so that's something we can talk about is analytics. Do you guys know how to check your analytics? Who does not know how to check their analytics? You don't know?
No,
Okay.
I just posed.
Okay. So inside of like the meta, do you know what the meta is? Okay, inside there's an action bar that says insights. And you click on that and it's going to show you the most popular times of the days to post. It's gonna show you what posts was the most popular. It's gonna show you your demographic. So where are they coming from? Are they from Utah? Are they from California? And are they men? Are they women? What are their ages? So if you haven't checked your insights, I would definitely suggest to start watching that on a weekly basis. Because then what you can do is alter your content around posting on those hot times that everyone's online, your audience, right? Your audience is gonna be different than hers. And what type of content they like the best. Because if they like the reel that you made that was like entertaining, it wasn't selling anything, if that has the most views, then you're gonna want to create more of that. Does anyone have any questions about insights? That's gonna help you to niche down too. This also kind of goes hand in hand with insights, right? You guys need to be showing your faces on your accounts. Why? Because people need to know you, they'll like you, and they'll trust you as a person. They want to see that you're a real human being having real human experiences that they can relate to. Because if you could post sales posts all week long, right? And no one's even gonna look at that. But the second that you get on and you show your face and talk about something that has nothing to do with the sale or the business, maybe it's personal, something like that, they're gonna connect with you on a human level and then they're going to like you, right? So don't be afraid to show your face. The best place to do that is in your stories. So if you're nervous, just just try to do a couple stories a week with your face. You can talk about products, you can talk about what's going on in your life, you can talk about being late for work, you can talk about whatever, right? That's how you get people to relate to you and know, like, and trust you. And confidence attracts confidence. So just fake it. If you don't feel like if you're not confident to make the story with your face on it, just fake it for a while and you will become confident. And then people can read that through the screen. Okay, now we're going to talk about growing your following. This is kind of tricky. There are people who pay for follows. I wouldn't suggest doing that because they're not organic people who are going to buy from you anyways. And then what it does is it messes with your numbers. So it messes with your insights. So when you go to look at your insights and you have 5,000 followers, but only 100 are liking it, there's a disconnect there, right? So my biggest advice for you to grow your following is to do it organically. So sit down and write a list of your ideal client, like who are they? And then where do they hang out at? Where are they going? Like where are they shopping? What are their interests? What do they like? And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to those pages, okay? So let's say that you're they like coffee, they like to get their nails done, they shop at the local furniture place, they get their hair done at a certain place, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna go onto those pages. And you're going to find one of their posts that has a lot of likes or comments on it. And then you're gonna go and follow those people. So it's organic, right? You're liking people who are your ideal clients. And then most of the time they will follow you. So I had a women's empowerment business and I grew to 5,000 likes or 5,000 followers in 3 years. That sounds like a long time, but it was all organic. So what I would suggest doing is just taking like 15 minutes a day. Do it in the morning or do it when you're like waiting in the line somewhere or when you're at the car wash washing your car. That's when you go in and do that. Go onto other accounts and follow those people who are your ideal clients and where they're shopping at. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, the next sheet I put like profile, and this has to do with Instagram. This is just like the steps that you need to do to make sure that your profile is ideal. So everything in your profile now is searchable. So if you type in like IV therapy and it's in that top section of your Instagram profile, when people search for IV therapy, your page is going to come up. So I would suggest putting some keywords in that bio. And you can switch them out and see which ones are working better. But I would suggest like going to your profile at least quarterly and going over these things to make sure that it is like prime or what you're promoting in that moment in that quarter, and that it's so that people can find you. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that?
I think it's really changed those two, like every quarter.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, and then I put some tips down here too. So you just want to make sure that your website's listed if you have a website, or some people use like Linktree, like if you have multiple things that you want to promote, you could put a Linktree link in there. But make sure that's there. And then, let's see if I missed anything. Okay.
You're good.
All right, who knows what a hook is? Okay, so for those of you who do not know what a hook is what is going to grab your audience in the first 0 to 3 seconds of your content. So it's either the very first sentence of a regular post, or if you're doing a video, it's that first 3 seconds of your video. The key times for reels is like 6 seconds. So stop creating, Instagram has made it so you can post like, is it a 60-second?
Yeah.
A 60-second reel. But how it works is if you can post more 6-second reels and a few of the bigger ones, this is how it works. So Instagram says, okay, there's a 6-second video and people are watching it for 3 seconds. So they're watching it half of the time. So it's giving you a good rating. Instagram says, oh, people are liking this content. So then they're going to push that in front of more audiences. If they're watching it for 4 seconds, you're at a 75% rate. So they're going to push that even more. So creating those shorter reels, those 6 seconds reels, is going to help your insights. It's going to help you get in front of more people. Everything. Then you could do a couple of 60-second ones that are like more educational ones that go along with the shorter ones. So then if you want more info, watch the other reel, right? So now you're making them rewatch the next reel for the bigger picture, the bigger information. That is going to help your insights a ton. Okay, so those hooks you want to be putting in those reels and in your content. And there are some ideas that I put here, like if your X looks like Y, then your Z, right? So you'll fill in those X, Y, Z with whatever your content is that you're creating.
Can you give an example?
Yes, so you could be like, let's use hair, for example. If your hair is dry, use H, right? Like use Curology shampoo to have your hair be soft and luscious or whatever, right? So you're telling them what to use, why to use it, and then the outcome that they're gonna get. You could be like, if you're feeling like for IV therapy, for home health, you could do like, if you're feeling run down, you may be lacking some essential vitamins. So come in for an IV. So you just fill in those XYZ with whatever you promote. What is your business?
We do the Roosevelt Farmers Market, and I have like a cleaning. business
Okay,
Separate.
so like if you're sick of chemically filled foods.
That's a hard one.
I was like, if your refrigerator looks empty, visit with the farmer's market.
Mhm.
Yeah, or if you want good organic food, visit, yeah. Yeah.
Fresh.
Yep. Does anybody else want an example for that?
ChatGPT. I was just gonna say that.
So ChatGPT is a really good place to get stuff like that to help you, because you can change it. Like it'll send you examples, and if you don't necessarily like, if it's too wordy or if you want more specific, it's very, very, very helpful to use ChatGPT with your phones and trying to catch the right.
Yep.
So, and that's something for us, like at the chamber, we use that a lot. And the one thing that we did at the very first with ChatGPT is setting your branding. So like she was talking about, like the chamber is located at this address. This is our phone number. This is what our values are, what we're working on. Like you set your goals in there and you can set Chat GPT to remember that. So then when you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I need to come up with a social media post. I need a quick 2 sentence social media post about this, this, and this, and then it always remembers your branding. So having your branding down, like she talked about at the first, is huge, and then it remembers that through all of your social media posts and helping you with website. Like it's like our third person in the office is what it is.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about chat. Or AI.
Mhm.
Does anybody else need any examples? No, that sounds so quiet.
I have a lot of things with I'll just do a question first, like, we use urology as an example, like, if your hair drying damage, question mark, and big bold, and then have like the answer, like also, what we have to rate the best products for whatever the question was. So for like vengeance, like, are your ATVs in need of repair? It's spring, it's time to do that, and then you have the information after. Like that catch to get them thinking like, oh yeah, it's been a while since we've had them serviced, or whatever it is with your business. Asking questions, you were good.
Yeah, yep. I love it, because yeah, then it goes to them being, oh. They've had that in for 2 years or whatever, right? Okay, so your content should start with a hook, like we were just talking about. And then, any information goes after that, or the education, anything goes after that. And then after that is your call to action. So a call to action is something that you're telling them to do, right? People are, I don't wanna say dumb, but you have to like baby it down for them, like simplify it and tell them what to do, right? So I have a whole list of call to actions here for you that you can use. You could even ask ChatGPT, you could type in there and say, give me 15 examples of call to actions for whatever, right? So some of them, there's like for saves, there's a bunch of examples for saves. Save this for later. Oh, if there's typos on here, you guys, I already threw this last night, so just ignore it, until I do know how to spell. And I'm famous for typos, just ask my team. I'm just quality checking all the time. For shares, you could be like, share if you agree, share with someone who needs this, share so others can learn too, right? That's a call to action. You're telling them what to do with your posts. If you want more traffic, you could say, click the link in my bio. You could say, find the link in my stories. So now what you're doing is you're posting a content piece, you're telling them to find the link in your stories. Now they're going to your stories to find the link, so they're spending more time on your page, which makes Instagram say, she wants more information about vengeance, she wants more information about health, she wants more information about, right, like whatever it is. So that's a really good one, is to tell them to go to your stories to find out more information about whatever you're promoting. If you want more comments, there's some ideas there for you. One is like drop an emoji, comment yes if you agree. Let's chat in the comments. Those are just some ideas that you can start to use for call to actions. And then if you want more likes, you could say drop a heart, tap like if you agree. But you always want to make sure you have a call to action on every post at the end, and it goes right before your hashtags. So your hooks first, then your information, then your call to action, then your hashtags.
And we do that too, like someone say tap the heart, and I don't know why I always tap the heart.
See?
Because they told me.
We tell them what to do. It's weird.
And those are the posts that help with your algorithm.
Yep.
Big time, we did, I don't know if any of you saw it, I don't think so, because we started very fresh with our social media and everything. But we did one the other day, was like this post and share it, because we're trying to get you to have our stuff pop up on your pages. We want you to see it, so that's why I do something, it's awesome.
And it worked?
Not yet, but we're getting there. It helps, it does help, it's, we, and like all of you, we're starting fresh, like we were looking at our social media, we started at 0 on Instagram, only a couple hundred on Facebook, and that's something that we're working on, is being able to get it out there, and so we can help share your stuff too, so those call to actions are awesome, because then when we share your stuff, it's also getting those call to actions to you as well.
Cool, they'll find it and like it for you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I didn't put this on here, I should have, but hashtags, since we talked about hashtags a little bit, there is a website. What is it called? No, I can't remember. I might have to email it to you guys, but it's a place where you can go and search hashtags, and it will show you what is currently trending. You could type in like nails, you could type in aesthetics, you can type in whatever your niche is or whatever your content is about, and it will give you a bunch of examples of hashtags that you can use. And what you want to do is make sure that use hashtags that are in between like 10,000, like maybe like 6,000 and to like 300, 400,000. If you're using hashtags with like millions of times that they've been used, they're gonna be seen less. So try to use the ones that are, you know, between 6,000 and like 300,000. Do you guys know how to see that information? No? It's on Instagram. Facebook doesn't tell you. Yes, it does. Facebook does tell you. When you type in the hashtag, from computer and it's popular, so I can show you how to do it, but when you type the hashtag in, it has a number on the side in Instagram, so look at that number. And then on Facebook, it's underneath it, so like hashtag IV therapy, it'll say it right underneath it, like 43 million. Don't use that one. I mean, you can, but also add some in there that have lesser uses. So by one in the thousands? That's okay, that's okay. It just depends. Well, I would just use like, if you can, like say between like 6,000 and like 300,000.
And so 1.4 million is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can use it, but use some other ones that goes along with that have less reviews.
More specific.
Yeah. Yep. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay. The next screen just kind of gives you an example of what your feed should look like on Instagram. Like, and this goes back to your branding, right? So if you can see the before, it was just kind of all over the place, right? Like they have like an orange apple on there, they have blues, they have browns, they have a Memorial or a Labor Day post that's red and blue. And then over to the right is like branded graphics and content that are their colors, the same font, the same style. It's just better pleasing to the eye. Because what you want to start to creating is when people see a post without seeing your name at the top, you want them to know, oh, that's vengeance, or oh, that's central, or oh, that's home health, right? Like you want them to know that without even seeing your name at the top. Because they start to learn your brand. They learn your style, they learn how you talk to them, how you're interacting with them online. And there are so many, I didn't even put this in here, but if you guys are not using Canva, there are so many templates on there that you can just alter for your brand. You can also set your brand inside of Canva. If you're not using it, you need to learn how, or if you hate it, then just hire us to do it for you. Because some people just are not good at creating graphics. Like we see them all the time, like as I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Yeah, so I'm like, oh. So if you're not good at creating, there's templates on there for you to just put in your information and change the colors. And that's better than nothing, and that's better than just a bunch of Mod Podge pieces put together, if that makes sense. And there's tons of tutorials too, like on YouTube, how to use Canva. So if you want to dive in deeper and want to learn how to use the software, you can watch those tutorials to learn how. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, the next couple pages are just like some AI prompts that you can use to create content with. I won't bore you with that, but if you're not using some sort of AI to generate your content, you are wasting a ton of time trying to come up with stuff in your brain over and over and over. What am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna post about? What am I gonna, right? Use ChatGPT. There's another one, what is it called that you use?
Dark mode, deep seek.
DeepSeek.
Mhm.
Okay. Complexity is one. Okay. Does anybody else use any other ones besides ChatGPT?
Did you know that ChatGPT is linked with Canva now? So you can do
And it's gotten better than it used to be. Yeah. Yes, if you're not, you guys need to be using that. It'll help you come up with content, it'll help you come up with verbiage. It helps you come up with everything. Sometimes they're a little weird, so just don't trust it, right? Read through it and edit it so that it sounds like you.
Can I give an example?
Yes.
Okay, so for like your farmer's market, you would go in, I like to give AI as much information as possible. So I would go in and say, I own, or I'm in charge of this farmer's market, this is my core demographic, these are the people I want to attract. I need 30 posts, I want them to be individual, I want them to be fun, I want them to be engaging. Use a lot of key words to help it understand what you're asking. And then you can say, throw in some quotes about healthy food, healthy living, because you don't always want it to be, like you were saying, salesy. It's fun to throw in quotes once in a while and different things, and it will give you pages of information. And you can just copy paste that into your notes, and like Melinda said, sometimes they're super weird, and you're like, and then sometimes I'm like, I've never thought of that like that, or said it that way. And then you can go even deeper after it does that. You can say, okay, I like, it'll number them a lot of times. And yeah, you can say, I like number 19, gives me more information on that. And it will, like, I agree, if you're not using AI of some sort, it's just such a big time saver. And time is money, so, yeah.
Well, just like what you said, sometimes you're like, I wouldn't have even thought of that, or thought of it that way. Yeah.
So for instance, I do a home inspection. I don't know anything about home inspection as a person, right? So I have to use it a lot
To create your content.
yeah, for verbiage and to understand. It's helpful.
Okay, and then just one other thing before I wrap up, so I don't really do that, but, I think if anything you take away from this is, to just make sure you're really clear on your branding and your messaging, and to use those tools. But this is like, I don't know, I think this is kind of huge. It says, what are others doing in your industry? So what you need to be doing is, this will help you with content. So you need to be following others who are in your industry. And you're gonna go to their pages, and you're gonna see what pieces of their content is performing the best. So you can see the little reel counter at the bottom, it will show you how many people have viewed that. Or you could check with how many people have liked it, like look at those two things. And what you're going to do is you're going to recreate that in your own way, okay? So if they're talking about, like,
Give me an idea.
I just said home inspection a minute ago.
Okay,
So like real estate or, yeah, like real estate, okay? So I saw one the other day, because we do a couple real estate agents, but it was, you know how they always do a home tour and they give like cookies? And all the two realtors did was, the thing said, I wasn't gonna eat cookies today. And then it's just them going over and picking up one of my cookies and like dancing retarded, but they have a ton of views, right? So just recreate that in your own way.
Wow.
Right? It's entertaining, people want to be entertained, you know that their audience liked it, so your audience is probably gonna like it. Yeah. So go to those pages, follow other people in your industry, go to their page and find 3 of their top performing pieces of content. And then start making you like an Excel spreadsheet or go into Canva and just start making notes of them. Also, a lot of times what I do is I'll just screenshot it because I'm so busy. I screenshot it, I save that into a folder for my client, whoever my client is. And so then when I'm ready to create content for them next week, I just go into that folder and I'm like, oh yeah, because you'll forget. Right, so I go in there and then you can just recreate those 3 things. Those are the top in that competitor's industry. Okay, one more thing. Does anybody use Facebook still? Okay, do you post to your personal pages about your businesses? Yes. Okay, so my biggest top thing for Facebook, a lot of what I talked about was kind of more for Instagram. I mean, it's crosses over, but you probably have a business page on Facebook, and then you have your personal page on Facebook. And what you should be doing is pushing your business over to your personal pages every once in a while. Don't share it. Actually copy the content and post it directly to your Facebook page. Because Facebook, more people will see it on your personal page than they'll see it on your business page. Because Facebook wants you to pay for ads on your business side. So be posting what you do on your Facebook page, and you guys start creating relationships with people on your personal page. That's how you're going to grow your business. What I would suggest doing is, and this is going to sound like crazy, and maybe some of you have already heard me say this before, but this is a little trick with Facebook. Today, you're gonna post something about your business or whatever, right? Today you post something. People start commenting on it. You're just gonna let it sit there. You're not gonna comment on you're not gonna comment underneath other people's comments. You're not gonna like anybody's comments. You're just gonna let it sit there. Then tomorrow, you're gonna go in and at 10 o'clock, you're like, okay, I'm gonna post something today. What you do is you first go to this one that you posted yesterday, and you're gonna comment on a few of those comments, not all of them, just a few of them. Like if you have 10 of them, comment on 5 of them. Do that first, and then you're gonna post today's post. Then you're gonna let this one sit, you're not doing anything with it. This one's gonna sit now because you've already paid attention to it today. And then the next time you post, you're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna go nurture this post that you posted on Monday. You're gonna nurture this post on Tuesday. And you're gonna let this one sit. And you always have 3 posts open. If you were to comment on all of those posts the first day, what it does is it closes it out. You might get a couple of more comments on that, but Facebook says she's done with this post. So don't comment on all of them. So you'll always want to kind of like be rotating and keeping like 3 open all the time. And when you want to close it out, just comment on all of them. Right? And then you're going to go on to the next. You might still get some comments on it. You can ignore it. You can comment if you want to. But what that's going to do is that's going to push your content in front of more people. Because whoever didn't see it on Monday, now they're going to see it on Tuesday, because like if it was my post and Cassie commented and Jess commented and
Oh my gosh. That's weird, too many J's. Then what's happening is like her people are seeing her commenting on my post. So now I'm getting in front of her audience, and her audience. Right? And so then one of her friends comments about it, now her friends are seeing my stuff. So that's like the biggest tip I have about Facebook is to keep those posts open because you're gonna be seen more. And it's gonna attract more people. So, I know I gave you guys a lot, like, everything, like, all of the things. If there's something like specifically that you would like trainings on, you can let me know. But hopefully you found something that was valuable for you, that you can take away and start implementing right away to help grow your social media pages. And if you absolutely hate doing it, that's what we're here for. Me and my team definitely do great content, we do website design, we can create graphics, flyers, pamphlets, business cards, whatever type of graphics you need. We can do it for you, so. And like I always said, like, if it's something that you don't enjoy, then stop spending your time and your energy in that, because it's sucking things from you, where you could be spending it in other areas of your business where you thrive and enjoy. So, anyways, thank you. Now I'm questioning a lot of what I do. I'm not supposed to, I'm sure one is now. But I don't go over. I can really appreciate you guys being here so much. I want to thank High Country. They supplied us with lunch, and then the cookies are.
It's called Snickerdoodle Dough Co. and she's new here in Roosevelt. So go follow her. She's new as well.
Yes, sure. On the Chamber's website and social media actually does a newsletter every month. So stuff like this will be posted and you'll get to find out what's upcoming. So make sure to follow that so you can see what's going on in the area. Social media for the chamber. So it's Chamber of Commerce serving Duchesne County website and social media. You can see what's going on. And then there's an email list.
Yeah, so we're trying to just put Duchesne Chamber to simplify it for all of you. So yeah, just duchesnechamber.org or Duchesne Chamber on social media. So yeah.
Another thing to mention, it is streaming, the meeting is streaming live today. So if there's ever a time you guys can't join us, I'll do better in the future to supply you with that link a little bit sooner. And please at least join the meeting so you can listen in too. One other thing with that is, Leslie Whiting wasn't able to join us today, but if there is anything you ever want us to share at the meeting and you can't be here, please let me know and we'll love to share it and let everybody know what's going on. She is with Custom Fit with UB Tech, and just another thing within our community, there's so many things we can help and offer. This Custom Fit will, if you do any trainings, they will reimburse you 40% of that cost. So make sure to keep them in mind if that pertains to your business and what you're doing. And what I would like to do next is if everybody has a quick minute, just go around the room and introduce yourselves and what your business is. So we can kind of see this here. The whole point of this is so we may not be in the same industry, but that way we can all support each other and see what everybody's about. Before I do that, I did realize I just missed one. I am gonna have Deb Heron speak. There is a woman in business, Duchesne woman in business as well, and she offers some great speakers as well. So I'll let her say that and we'll go around.
So I sent this to Abby and I sent it to Ashley. My printer is black and white, so you'll get it in color. But this is the flyer that I produced for the women in business over in Duchesne City. For the western side of Duchesne County. So I'm the economic development. And so I work very closely with Ashley in helping businesses thrive here in the county. And so to help serve more people, we've kind of divvied up. Abby takes care of this end of the county. I take care of that end of the county, but
we are gonna try and stream everything that we do, so it's available to everyone. This meeting is in the morning, a lot of you are gonna be in the throes of working, and so, hopefully we'll be able to make this available to everyone on demand. So, that's my goal, is to bring these really high-powered trainings to Duchesne County and then make it available. Our next one, our visitors are coming, they're bringing books, they're gonna give out books, financial, it's called, How Money Works. And, this particular book is designed for, addressing the challenges specific to women, with financials. If you will RSVP me, it says right on the flyer, just shoot me an email and I'll collect the book for you and come and personally deliver it. So that you have it if you can't make it in person. We'd like to see you in person, but I understand not everybody can make it all over the county, on that paper. Anyway, happy to all know you all and thank you for letting me come and have a minute. So,
Yeah, so many great resources. Yeah, that's. Let's start. Let's go first, yeah, around the room and please introduce yourself. So, I know where to go, but I'll let you.
I'm Jessica Marshall and I am a graphic designer at I'm Cassie Colson, available with social circle, and I'm her executive assistant.
Yeah, but I haven't been around, so.
Never heard, Duchesne County Economic Development.
I'm Shay Bensley. I started Hope Seated. We do a kind of psychotherapy. I'm Brittany Betts. I have a home cleaning business. I focus on filling the cracks and tackling those big jobs like that feel really heavy as soon as you get home. I like to help my clients feel comfortable and at peace and home.
Hope you guys.
I'm Sean Taylor, I own the Animal Salon.
I'm Shayla Meekum and I own the Glamour Lounge salon.
I'm Susie Carbonell, and have a new title now, I'm retired. I have Louisville Farmers Market, and Courtney's gonna be our manager this year. So I invited her to the meeting, so she can meet everybody, which she hasn't yet. And, in my retirement life, I also am raising horses and I'm seeing 14 road colts and 4 foals coming this year. So I'm doing farming, and that's what I do.
I'm Pam Gordon, the Farm Support Center. I guess I'm the director.
Alexis Burger, the coordinator of the planning.
Doesn't matter. I'm Teresa Larson. I have several places that I'm representing today. I'm an employee at Kodiak Counseling, which is a small business, but I'm not an owner. But I'm actually in the process of working with several community members that this is my interest folks of starting nonprofits. So we've got 2 nonprofits in the work right now. That will hopefully be up by the end of the year, but we'll see. And then also I am the co-lead for the Hold Our Way Forward movement, which is to support women and girls in the state of Utah. So if anybody's interested, it is a coalition that anybody is welcome to join from our community. In fact, we encourage it. We have a variety of different, what they're calling them spokes, but it's basically these sub areas that we're interested in. They include leadership, so women in leadership, so women in business directly aligns with that. We have health, education, human services, and I'm like blanking on the last one, but regardless, we're having that opinions, and our next meeting is actually on Monday. So if anybody wants to join, we do them all virtually because we've got folks from the Tri-County area. So I represent Uinta. My co-lead Lindsay is Duchesne County, and we're still looking for someone in Daggett. So if you're interested, just.
I'm Crystal Price. I work here at Martin Furniture in Louisville.
I'm Julie Ross, my sister Susie and I own Southern Hills Salon. And then Henderson, and I work for home health care services and is that I do. It's where I'm an IV therapy.
And you have been, yeah, I work at home health care services and stuff.
We're just getting ready to start hospice, so. I'm Tanya Marie, and I have Positive Vibe Coffee Co. And I'm inside Home Boutique, so if you haven't been in there yet, go check it out. So cute. So I have roasted coffee, actually. I call it my, yeah, I'm a pusher, so, caffeine is the thing. So we do, roasted coffee in those bags, and we can ship it to you straight to your house. It's roasted when you order. It's all specialty grade, all the good stuff. And of course, positive vibe infused. Each of them is named with a positive affirmation statement. So, super fun to have that. I also do life coaching and energy healing. I'm a Reiki master. I am a human design and a gene keys guy. So I really out in all the things. I'm the biggest nerd I know. And my office is actually over in Vernal, Florida, for that work, so.
I'm Katie Massey. Actually, Tanya's what got me over here. And plug for Tanya, she's really great at what she does. She's been helping me with moving forward in areas of my life, and it's been really great. I'm also affiliated with a couple of different businesses. My husband and I run a landscaping business in Vernal. It's Red Mountain Landscaping. And I also own a farm called Red Mountain Farm, where live Sandstone Ridge dairy goats and all that comes with dairy goats. So that's pretty much what I do.
Marlon, I'm member of Soul Space Bread, building connections with people, and I'm also a divorce doula.
Carol Haynes, I decided to help with goat meat farms. Geese, eggs, goats. I have my wife from Katie's her. My best ones.
I'm Lindsay Taylor. I'm an intuitive energy practitioner. I own Heart and Soul Healing. So I do energy work and healing for your health, your well-being, your relationships, your business. I have a program that I work with business owners, and I get to their business and help them get in alignment with who they are, what their business is. So if you and your business can be thriving and growing. I also call it like I open up your business energetically. So if you feel locked and closed, let's see what the energy feels like in your business. And then I also facilitate and host local networking events over in Vernal. There are several faces here that have been to them. So if you want to expand your network and want to come join those, come find me when you're done. And I've got a card that I can give you. We can get in contact with each other. So.
I'm Tina Zuko. I make custom drums, so like shaman drums, and I do drum making workshops. I do drum circles. I also am an energy worker. I teach Reiki. I am a coach, and I'm a huge gratitude person. So I'm teaching gratitude. I have a couple of right now. I have a 21-day gratitude reset online that I'm offering, and we'll be offering more of that kind of thing, because I really feel like gratitude is one of the best things we can do for our sense of well-being, and it's something that has really helped me in the past with depression, and just my life, the way I can, how we show up and how we live our life. So that's what I'm at.
I appreciate everyone joining us today, really. And please keep an eye out. We'll have our meeting next month.
Do you want to ask it like this time or?
So we are always asking to see what works for everybody. We've done our meetings in the morning. And we try to lunch hour. Is there anybody that'd like to speak up and say if there's a better time of the day that works for you?
Better time or better day, whatever works best, and we're open to things you want to learn about and people you want us to bring in and help you with, so.
Yeah. I'm not sure when the meetings are effective. We come for everybody who's joining us, so please let us know what works best for you. That's what it's about, so. enjoy your day and your week. And make sure you do grab a sandwich or have a sandwich on the way out. Have a great evening.
Thank you.